All right, guys, before we start this episode, I wanted to bring up something that was brought to my attention. Shout out to the clients who have made me aware. I didn't know how to really put this out there, but there's been a lot of you who've been trying to reach us directly. And previously, when we used to have our business partners, we had a CRM system that we were all plugged into. So we had, a CRM number for Caleb, a CRM number for Surreal, a CRM number for Andrew. Every single individual had their own CRM number. But after we parted ways with them, we actually didn't have access to that CRM system anymore. So if you guys have been trying to reach myself or any of the team, any of my brothers or anybody on our sales staff, and you've been reaching out to those old numbers, that's probably why you haven't gotten a message from us directly. So what I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to is to get our actual contact info. Just in case you guys have missed it, the only places to reach us out on are if we've given out our personal numbers to you guys will know that it's our actual personal cell, or the company number is 972-679-9301. And I'm sure Sam will put that on the screen for you guys. That is the only number outside of our own personal cell phone numbers that you guys should reach out to. So if you're not even 100% sure if you have our personal number, just reach out to that 972 number that's on the screen. Ask to be directed to your preferred salesperson, and they will give you their actual number that you can reach out on. Also, you can always go to our website, www.wolvyn.com. You guys can fill out an inquiry on the website, and we are going to reach out to you lightning fast. We appreciate all the clients who are choosing to shop with us and to everybody who's coming directly to us. And with that being said, enjoy this episode.
Let's face it, when it comes to the holy trinity of watch brands, Audemars Piguet and Patek Philippe are definitely the ones people flock to. As a matter of fact, in 1972, Audemars Piguet were the first ever to come out with a luxury sports model watch. 4 years went by and Patek answered with their version of a luxury sports model watch in the Nautilus 3700. With models like the AP Royal Oak and the Patek Nautilus hitting the market and taking the watch industry by storm, Vacheron clearly had to make a response. And so just a year after the Nautilus came out in 1977, they answered on their 222nd anniversary, and they released the very first Vacheron 222. Now, unfortunately, it was less than 10 years that Vacheron discontinued the reference number 222, and so that left the AP Royal Oak and the Patek Nautilus continuing to innovate and update their new models. It wasn't until 2022 that Vacheron re-released this reference number 222, and that is what we're looking at today. This new and improved updated Vacheron 222 with the open case back, automatic movement, 37mm case, and this very elegantly done bracelet that nicely tapers at the clasp. The reason I love this watch so much is that it really stays true to its original design while also providing a next level in innovation and overall polish and finishing. Now, if you notice on this bracelet here, it is actually a very specific polish that is kind of designed to not be too much in your face. So I consider this watch very, very wearable, especially for a yellow gold piece, where in today's society, you go for a very, very high polish and it's really in your face. Now this, I think, is definitely made to wear more as like a luxury sports model watch, as its original intent was. And this really just hits all the marks for me. Now on the dial, you'll notice it is a little bit more of a lacquer finish. Again, not too showy. It doesn't have a champagne dial with like a sunburst effect or anything like that. It is very mute in a sense for what usually is considered a little bit more over the top. Now, I very much appreciate quiet luxury, and I think this is the epitome of something that's not too in your face, but it's also Vacheron. This brand has been around for over 200 years. And so you can appreciate a certain level of elegance and flow and finish and touch whenever it comes to watches such as this, especially if you're paying really high price. Now, how does this Vacheron 222 compare to a modern society? Well, I think it's actually very comparable to this 15202 BA. This is, of course, the yellow gold version of the AP Royal Oak as well on a blue dial, just for reference here. But this watch, for instance, this one definitely stays a lot more true to that original jumbo 5402 in the AP Royal Oak with the 39mm dial, the thinness in the case, and the very ever so tapered bracelet as well. Something like this you can actually pick up for around $115,000. However, if you compare it very well, and honestly I think this is a very well-rounded design, finish, cut, everything. This is a 37mm, so for those people that really like to stay true to more of like a vintage sort of look in your watch, I would almost consider this sort of like a neo vintage or like an homage to what we had in our history here. This one you can pick up brand new, roughly for around, let's say $86,000 to about $90,000 without any negotiation. There's some pretty good deals out there, pretty fortunately for this watch, but that's why I really like this Vacheron 222, and I think that's why it killed something like this AP Royal Oak. You're just getting a lot of watch for the money, very similar in its design, in its purpose, but you're getting a lot of bang for the buck, and you're paying for a watch company that has been around for much longer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and let me know what you guys think about this Vacheron 222. Does it look outdated? Does it look like an old watch, or did they kill it and make this very modernized and very well finished? My personal opinion, it's one of my grails at this point. This one, I need it. I need it in my collection. Hope you guys enjoy it.
This episode will have a review of your watch on it.
Oh, really?
So you'll get it'll be a bunch of cool footage, but he ended up picking up this beautiful 222. I love that about it. It's it's like a complete different vibe. Like that watch has its own vibe.
You see what I'm talking about? How it's like subtle, yet it's yellow gold.
Yeah.
And the yellow of this, I feel like, is much more warm than the other yellow Vacheron you have.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one's more of like a very bright
Yeah.
yellow versus this is more like a, what would you call it, like a bronzish hue
like
almost.
A touch of like a little touch of red in there or something, like a little pink, or I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe.
Yeah, but it's really nice. With watches like this, they kind of have that like angled, like kind of like the AP and that watch, and I wouldn't say Nautilus. Nautilus is a little bit too rounded off, but that and like the AP, the smaller sizes actually work pretty well. So like even the AP, like the 37mm, for anybody who doesn't have a giant wrist, it honestly works really well. It ends up looking a little bit more put together.
Totally looks totally different than that other Vacheron.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah.
I'm glad you talked me out of getting rid of that one or trading in.
I think it would have been a mistake. Although I got a few calls after that video.
For
People
that
are like, would you sell it?
Everything's for sale.
By the way, shout out to Jim. He brought a bottle of 26-year Orphan Barrel, and it is fantastic. Just look at that color.
Feel warm.
A lot of the bourbons we drink, whenever we pour Red Bull, it looks the same. So this is definitely not, can't disguise Red Bull to look like this. This takes years. All right, so we have a fun watch here. It's a watch that Jim has in his collection. I just want to show it off. So a lot of these tonographs from back in the day, they have what's called a roulette wheel, and a lot of them don't even have a roulette wheel. Some of them just come with the black numbers on the date. This one is different than both of those. A lot of times you'll get the roulette, which will have the even numbers or the odd numbers in red, and then the even or odd in black. I forget which exact configuration it is, but this one's actually red all the way through. So whether it's even or odd numbers, the numbers on the date are always red, and it matches at seconds hand. It's like a GMT function watch, which is just really cool. And so if you go somewhere and you land, you can always rotate the bezel, and these are just a lot of fun. These tonographs, do you guys think they should bring them back like this? I think they should. Comment down below. For the price point too, and what you get.
Great entry level watch. It's unique.
Yeah. Do you have a box for this by chance?
Yeah, I have a box.
Yeah, we'll put this in a box and give it a 2-year warranty. Take it into the watchmaker just to make sure everything's good, and as long as he says everything's running, then we're good. But yeah, it's super clean though. Yeah, so this will be on the website. He's decided to sell it, so anybody's interested, this is a tonograph. This one's got the red date wheel, and another fun thing about this watch is it's actually got the hidden clasp, so that's super nice. If you want to dress it up, it ends up looking more like a bracelet. I know it has a bunch of extra links too. These didn't come with this many links. This has extra links in it, and look at that. So no Viagra needed for this one.
That took him out.
Usually on some of the older watches like this, they made the center links not solid, and so this one actually does have centers, so this one doesn't even matter. It's not going to stretch that much. It's got solid centers, but a lot of these older ones didn't have solid center links, and so a test of wear and tear on these is over the years they would stretch out, and these would be limp all the way down here. I mean, the bracelet looks like this when you have the watch angled like that. This one, all these new ones, and even like this new GMT, they're all solid links, so they're just going to stay straight, and they're not going to get nearly as much wear and tear as some of the older ones. So definitely a really nice piece. It's got a nice weight to it. This doesn't feel like the old Datejust where it's like jangly and loose. This feels nice and robust, so that'll be a nice piece for somebody to get into, sub $10,000, and I think you get a lot of watch for the money.
Getting a lot of really cool pieces. So a few pieces that I would like to highlight today are these beautiful 31mm Oyster Perpetual colored dials. So these colored dials released in September of 2020, and they were quickly discontinued March of 2022. So essentially they were really only out for a year. This right here is the candy pink dial. We have the Tiffany colored blue dial, even though it's not officially Tiffany, but it gets the nickname Tiffany. We have the yellow dial and then the coral dial. So in 2022, they had discontinued these three colors, the candy pink, yellow, and the coral. The blue and the green were still available in the 31 and 36mm for the blue, and then the green was still available for the 31, 36, and 41mm. So here we have a 41mm Tiffany color that was discontinued, and this swatch in the height of its market went up to $50,000, which was pretty ridiculous. I mean, this is their most entry-level watch. It doesn't even have a date. It's time only, all stainless steel, brushed. It broke headlines, it broke news. I mean, people were wanting this watch left and right. ADs were not giving them to their clients, and then it got quickly discontinued. So since then, the market has settled. They're back down to about high 20s to about $30,000, and it's still one of the most popular releases in the OP lineup. They don't really do a lot of colors, and so when they did this, everyone jumped on it. We basically have here the full collection in the 31, except for the green, but we do have it in the 41mm here. So this is literally all the colors that released in 2020. There's still other colors like silver and the sundust pink and black, but those are ones you could kind of get all the time. So these were the real special ones. So if you're looking for a color dial in the OP lineup, most of these are gonna have the white tag, which is very important when you buy these, because there's some dealers out there, unfortunately, that will swap the dial from a black one to, let's say, a blue dial, and they would sell it as a blue dial. The only really true way to tell that the watch was actually born with the colored dial associated with it is the white tag. So there's a color code on the little white tag that they give you. Sometimes the AD doesn't want to give it to you to make it less sellable, because their goal is for you to keep the watch. But if you do get that white tag from them, it makes the watch a lot easier to sell, and it gives someone the peace of mind knowing that they can 100% know that the watch was born with that colored dial, because you match the serial numbers with the watch and the white tag as well. So all of these are complete sets. These are going to be 2021s. We have a few others in the green. Two of them are 2022s. One is a 2023, and then the Holy Grail, the Tiffany blue. So if you're looking for any of these, feel free to reach out and go look on our website. Most of these are going to be posted on there already. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us or come and visit us at the store. We're at 7401 Lone Star Drive in Plano, Texas, and our website is www.wolvyn.com.
That's what Cartier sells it for.
Oh,
that's what we mean by retail. That's what Cartier sells it for, and then you can buy it cheaper after the first person buys it from Cartier. So you lose money on that if you buy it from Cartier.
Oh, I thought watches are always like Rolex. If you buy it retail, you can always sell it for more.
Yes, if you buy the right watches. Most watches, no. Actually, the one you bought is like one of the few that holds value and goes up, yeah.
Because I saw Cartier, they're not too expensive compared to like Rolex, sadly.
Yeah.
But, you think that one's a good like investment piece or holds its value or whatever?
I think so, because it's hard to get, and it's like it's limited. They don't send it everywhere, because the issue with their other ones, like that two-tone, is that one you can buy at any Cartier.
Oh, this one you cannot.
You can't. And that one they'll sell it to anybody. This one they won't.
You have to have Dubai residency or whatever.
You have to have Dubai residency and have a relationship with Cartier in Dubai.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can't just be a resident and just buy one.
No.
Yeah, I was looking at it online. Some places are already selling for like 17, 18. I saw one going for like 20,000.
Yeah, so you got yours at a really good price.
Yeah, I did. I really like the black, so I'm gonna switch out. Would y'all be able to get it done by tomorrow?
I think so. It's 420. I'm gonna ask him to see if he can do it.
See if he can do it real quick.
How long would it take? How long is real quick?
It'll take him to do it, like.
It won't take him long. It just depends on what he's working on and if, like how
far
quick he
is
can
from
get to
here?
it. He's 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, let me know, just because the latest I can stay here till is 5.
Okay.
So like I got 40 minutes. If you can do it quick, I would love to get it switched and wear it, you know, tonight.
I'm gonna send it over right now.
It's just their sporty,
Thank you, sir.
more sporty watches.
Yeah, sorry, real quick. Is that gonna be something we'll be able to wait for, or is it, how long is that gonna take?
No, you can wait for it. It takes
Okay.
about 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
You think I can see this?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
I'm gonna be very careful with it. Holy bro. 200,000.
Yeah. That's also a 39 millimeter, but it fits a little bigger because it's a chronograph and it's a white gold.
What is this going for retail from?
I don't know. So that's an old watch from back in the day. I forget what the year is on that one. They don't list the prices. It's like off catalog type stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is like some
So
shit
you
that-
only really know the price if they offer it to you.
Oh, this is for rappers, bro.
No, rappers wear fake stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is factory, bro. This is for a Highland Park mom or a
Highland Park
or some-
mom.
Yeah,
What
dude.
the
or like a rich billionaire or something.
The only caveat on that is if you did buy it, there's potential you could at least break even from it, but that's only going to happen on consignment. That's the only thing on that one. So it's not one of those things where you're going to buy it and any dealer's going to pay. They're probably not even going to pay in the 200s. They're going to want to pay like in the 180 to 190 range. So it's like it's kind of a risky piece. Like to the right buyer, they'll pay the money, right? But because of the history with concepts and not having that many comps on it, it's a tough piece to really pinpoint a price on. So I have a really good friend and client who is calling because he was offered a concept. He's actually in the middle of wanting to buy an RM, and he's looking to build up his his reputation with AP and get some pieces. And so he's been offered a concept and is wondering if he should buy it. The concepts are pretty interesting, and for anybody out there who's wondering about the concept, they're really cool watches. You know, AP really does innovate with them, and they do some really cool stuff. They also do some not very cool stuff, like I'm not a big fan of the Spider-Man watch that just came out, but nonetheless, they do some really unique things with the concept lineup. Now, when it comes to the concept, even though it's an AP, it's kind of an anomaly in the space, in the collection, and it kind of gets traded more like an independent brand or like one of those pieces where not everybody knows about it. And so when it comes to dealers stocking it, those are kind of the pieces that we love to stock or don't love to stock. It just really depends on the piece. The reason being is you could stock it for a lot lower than what they go for on the secondary market retail, and you can make some really good money. But you can also sit on it for a very long time. Unfortunately, with this piece, with it being this particular concept, there's just not a lot of comps. And so whereas we do see a few going for a little over retail, I really doubt myself or any other dealer is going to really pay money for this one because there's just not enough info out there floating around.
Okay, and I mean, I wouldn't get it and just like try to flip it. I just, like, I guess what I'm saying for me, where I am in my collection right now, there's so many other pieces that I would want. But if you told me like, oh no, that's the magic piece, you need to keep, that's one of those ones that, you gotta have, then I would go on and buy it.
I mean, it's a super cool piece, honestly. I mean, it's a concept. But to me, I don't know. I just, for that kind of money, there's a lot of other watches I'd rather have.
Okay. Well,
especially at like 220, I'd rather you buy like, and you're already you're going to buy an RM67. So like, I mean, you could put the money into a different RM, or honestly, at this point, you might as well buy that 5980 that you really wanted on a full bracelet or a 5990. So honestly, I think that's a watch that your money's going to be much more safe in, because the concept is so volatile given the type of market it is. And then if you put it into something more like a Patek, 5990 or something like that, the market's always strong on those. Like it's not one of those watches that's, even if the market crashes, everybody's saying, oh, the market's going to crash, and it's already crashed, and this and that. But honestly, I don't really see a 5990 going for 100K. Like, I just don't see that.
Okay.
Whereas we're on the flip side with the concept. I mean, let's say the market went to crap. I mean, that is a watch I could see at 100K.
Yeah, okay, that's a scary one there. Let me ask you this. They're probably gonna give me a rose gold piece.
Okay.
So should I go with the chronograph? Is that probably a better one to go with versus the non-chrono dial?
Yeah, I would probably go with the chronograph right now. If they can give you like even the green dial, that would be amazing. If they could give you a skeleton, that would even be better. Anything like that you can try to ask for, and if they'll actually give it to you, that's what I would go for. If they're gonna make you, keep it down in the regular lineup, I would probably do. I think you're fine with any of them. You're fine right now. Like all of those go for a little over retail. Even the regular chronograph goes for a little over retail, and I believe even just the regular 15510 goes for a little over retail, but it's not like crazy amount over. But I would probably, if they're going to offer you a rose gold piece, I would ask what are does it have to be just a regular model? Can you get a skeleton? Can you get, what can you get?
Okay, alrighty. I did ask about the skeleton. I kind of brought that one. I put that on my wish list, if you will. I don't know if they're going to give me. I mean, he kind of said like the rose gold, no problem. It's like you just pick which one you want. That's what he said. Now, he said the skeleton, he said if he doesn't get those, or the open face, he doesn't get as often. He said so that one might take a little bit longer. So maybe I'll just go for like a chronograph. Was it 2624?
Yeah, the 26240 OR.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that one with the green dial. And then work my way up.
I wonder if they'd give you like a 16202.
Which one is that one?
So that's their jumbo ultra thin. It's a 39 millimeter, but because of what it is, that's a watch that goes for pretty good over retail. And then it is super thin. It's definitely more. I could send you a couple pictures, but like compared to like a regular Royal Oak, it's almost half the width, half the thickness.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but do you think 39 is too small?
No, not at all. I mean, yeah. You don't have a giant wrist. I mean, I would even wear a 16202. If it's the full rose gold, then yeah, I'd definitely wear the 16202. Even at 39 millimeters, people don't realize it with the case dimensions on a Royal Oak and the way the shape is, it ends up looking a lot bigger than what the 39 suggests. I mean, if you can get like the 15467 OR, which is the new open worked, I wonder if they'd give you a yellow gold piece. A yellow gold piece would be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much told me I'm getting a precious metal, so I feel like I'm gonna get a precious metal. I just need to pick. I mean, they're kind of asking me which one do I want, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna go 16202, 16204. Now I didn't ask about these pieces, so I may bring these up, and then they say no, that's not. We're not there yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, I'll just see what they say about that.
Yeah, just see what they say, and then I guess just kind of go from there.
Hi there, sir. How are you? This is Andrew.
Oh, hi. Hello.
So on that black sub, I guess we got the inquiry, and it said that you wanted a Submariner, but you also wanted it to also have a black rubber band with it. So I thought that we were going to get you the Submariner and then just get a rubber B or some kind of Horus strap to go along with it. But if that's not what you're looking for, the Submariner still comes as a complete set. It's a 16610, and it comes fully linked, complete with box and papers. And we can do that for $10,000. So we got an inquiry online. This person went on our website, filled out a form. We got his contact information, but I was a little confused. I wanted to give him a call because it sounded like He wanted a 116800 Submariner. I don't know if he wanted us to keep the bracelet and credit him back for that because all he wants is the rubber strap. So it seems like we got it all sorted out. So I'm gonna go see if I can find exactly what he's looking for.
10,000?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, and where is this store located again? Sorry.
We are located in Plano, Texas. And that's something that we don't have in stock, but it's something that we can source. Basically, for something like this, we would just ask for a 20% deposit.
Okay. I am located here in just Dallas, so it would be pretty easy to
Oh,
travel over there.
perfect. Yeah. And I can send you photos of the watch too. It looks very nice. This one is a K serial. Yeah, I mean, these are not easy to find with papers. And so at the times that you do, it's very special, so.
Yep. I just have two questions.
Sure.
One would be, what year is it?
It would be between the 2000 and 2001.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason why we're going with a sub like this is because you had mentioned that you wanted something about 10,000 or lower. If you want something newer that has a ceramic bezel, they do cost a little bit more, but they are more durable and more robust feeling.
Okay. No, that's more than fine. I would just think that's just like right about my birth year, so I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, cool.
Are there any
Sure.
damages to it, or like anything like that stand out?
No damages to it. It might need a little bit of a touch up, but I mean, overall, honestly, the lugs are very sharp. The bracelet is very nice. It doesn't seem to be over polished, anything like that. I think it's a really good set. And we also do provide anything that is purchased through us. We do provide with a 2-year warranty.
Well, let me think about it. Y'all are relatively close to where I work. It's just around like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
So
we
I'll
are
give
at
you
the
a call
shops
back
at Legacy
to
North.
finalize my purchase.
Okay, sounds good, sir.
It's awesome to see how we're getting into a good new rhythm here at the new store, welcoming all the new faces, old faces, everybody who's coming in. It's just awesome. It's cool to see how we're able to take advantage of the new real estate that we have here and just making it a much more enjoyable experience for the consumer in general. We're really happy about that. But guys, I want to thank you for stopping by this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the feedback we've been getting, for the people who comment, for the people who share. And so I'm going to continue that with going, guys, please share this video with anybody who's ever considered buying a watch, people who love watches, somebody who just wants to watch something interesting about things that are way too overpriced and expensive. Guys, we just want you guys to share this video, share it with your friends, and let's get more comments down below. So this week's question is gonna be, what is your ultimate and favorite Grail watch? It could be a watch that you plan on owning or a watch that you think and know that you'll never own. But I just wanna know what that ultimate Grail is. Comment down below, and until next time, we'll see you next week.